The Tesla Cybertruck is finally here. It's real, it's finished, it's ready to go, and 4 years after that very iconic debut, customer deliveries have officially begun, but in typical Tesla fashion, not without some controversy. I just got back from Tesla's global headquarters in Austin, Texas, Giga Texas baby, and got to see a first-hand look at many different Cybertruck models. I got to see the inside of the factory, I got to talk to engineers, see how Cybertrucks are made, and I've now dug through all the spec sheets, I've dug through all of the different videos, so you don't have to watch all the different Cybertruck videos, and I have found the best Easter eggs, the best hidden features, secret features, and some info from some hidden code on Tesla's website, basically revealing a lot of secrets about Cybertruck that you probably don't know. So in this video, I'm breaking down 50 or so of the best Cybertruck secrets, secret accessories, secret features, even some top secret Cybertruck models that Tesla didn't talk about that are gonna be amazing and also gonna be way more than you might be expecting. I've got so much to break down in this video. This is the stuff you haven't heard before. It's the stuff you missed. So let me tell you 50 amazing things about Cybertruck that you didn't know, starting right now. Okay, so first things first, before I get into the secrets, let me get some of the big info out of the way, just in case you missed it, and also talk about why Tesla's in a little bit of controversy right now with Tesla owners and enthusiasts. When the Cybertruck lineup debuted about 4 years ago, when Tesla did that big reveal event, they made a lot of promises on specs, on pricing, on range, that fell short to what we now have 4 years later as the real deal ready-to-go Cybertruck. As you can probably imagine, pricing is making some people very upset right now because what was promised and what was delivered didn't exactly come true. Though, to Tesla's sort of defense, a lot has changed since 2019 and now. But let me give you the rundown of what we got right now. A rear-wheel drive model with 250 miles of range is gonna come in at a price of $61,000-ish. There's an all-wheel drive model, aka basically the long-range Cybertruck version with 340 miles of range and an $80,000 price tag. And then the new top-end model, the best of the best, called Cyber Beast with 320 miles of range and a $100,000 price tag. All right, with that out of the way, now let's start to get into some of the big changes and some juicy details you don't want to miss. First off, let's talk Cybertruck pricing, ordering, and I've got a lot of info to talk about with deliveries and when you could expect more deliveries to actually begin. So first off with pricing, obviously the pricing of the truck has been released, and with that info, Tesla has now changed pricing for a reservation from $100 to $250, basically matching what the price is to order any other Tesla in the lineup. And if you do decide to order a Cybertruck right now, or I should say pre-order, you're gonna get this cool new graphic with the Cybertruck sort of, is it hedgehog, porcupine, whatever it is, with sort of the Cybertruck very distinct Tesla light bar replacing sort of the eyes. So this is what the regular sort of Tesla pre-order page looks like, and this is the one for Cybertruck. They're going all out, making a lot of cool changes and details, all cyber themed. Moving on from that, let's talk specs. So Tesla has finally confirmed some big specs on the inside and outside of this truck. Like Cybertruck, for example, has the largest display in any Tesla. They call this an 18.4-inch Infinity touchscreen, and it seems to have slimmer bezels and also the faster responsiveness and brightness that we've got in the upgraded Model 3. And one of the things you're gonna see as we sort of work through this video is lots of new features Tesla introduced with that upgraded Project Highland Model 3. They've brought to Cybertruck, and we'll likely see those come to the S, X, 3 and Y refreshes, or I should say S, X, and Y refreshes as those come down the line over the next couple of months and the next sort of 18 months, 2 years or so. The rear screen is also bigger in the Cybertruck, bigger than the one in the Model 3, Model S, or Model X. It's a 9.4-inch display, and Tesla also touts that this whole new Cybertruck sort of computer interface has a new cyber-themed UI, different than any other Tesla on the road right now. With that said, though, the Cybertruck also has a couple of unique software advantages that we don't have on any other Tesla right now. One of the big ones being this very cool interactive 3D model of Cybertruck. Basically, you can move around in real time in this large sort of 3D animation and then be able to control different parts of the car. So if you wanted to adjust the tonneau cover, you wanted to adjust the ride height, anything, you can do it just by sort of touching and interacting with this 3D model. And as MKBHD showed off in his video, this model is also going to update in real time. So if you open the door or whirl down the window or whatever you do with the truck, it's going to update that 3D graphic in real time, which is pretty cool to see. We're also learning that you can sort of have a different interface in park than you would with drive. So when you're driving the truck, the interface is going to look as you typically would have it, sort of a split view there on that main display. But when you're parked, you can actually collapse the map all the way down and just have a large view of your 3D render Cybertruck that you can use to sort of control different elements of the truck. In terms of what's running everything here with this new UI, Tesla hasn't said, but if it's like every other Tesla in the lineup, it's probably running some modern AMD-based Ryzen CPU. So that's sort of the CPU powering all this. Though one important change of Cybertruck compared to Model 3 and Model Y is that some leak code suggests that this is actually capable of playing Steam games. So like the Model S and Model X, the higher-end models with more RAM equipped inside, you might be able to play some Steam games, some full-on video game action in your Cybertruck if these leaks are accurate. In addition to the special UI tweaks, some have also noticed a new custom app in the dock as well, or I should say sort of the app drawer, so to speak. This new custom app icon called Autopilot UI, no one exactly knows what this is. It could be some sort of internal Tesla thing, it could be a testing thing, or what some speculate this could be is sort of the full screen FSD visualization that we sort of have in FSD beta, but you now sort of have that confined into an app. So if you wanted to have that view, you could pull that up and have that sort of the mind of car view taking up the entire display, or if you didn't, you could sort of close it or maybe even have sort of a split screen action if you wanted to do that too. We're also now learning a whole lot about some of the more minor details inside of the interior that are still cool and worth noting. One is that yes, Cybertruck does have ventilated seats in the front, so you've got a heated option or a cooled option. That is very welcome to see, also in the new Model 3 as well. Also, the Cybertruck glove box is cool for two reasons. One is that it's not really a glove box, it's more of like this sort of hidden tray, and also it's totally powered, so it can open and reveal itself and close itself totally automatically just by pressing the button on the screen. You don't have to sort of do anything manually like you do on sort of the traditional glove box we have in all the other Teslas. Also, like the new Model 3, Cybertruck has got a lot of cool power options inside of the interior for you to use as you sort of work inside the truck. There's a 65-watt USB-C port in the front interior, great for fast charging phones, tablets. You can even charge like your MacBook Pro with that 65 watts of juice. That's super cool to see. And I also heard, but haven't seen, that there is a full-size 120-volt outlet inside of the cabin of Cybertruck as well. Of course, there's a built-in wireless charger for charging up your phones, and also this is where the key card goes for driving Cybertruck as well. Way better than the current system, which is sort of back by the glove box, sort of underneath the back center console area. It was sort of weird and very confusing. Now you can just drop it right inside of that wireless charger, and you'll be good to go. In many instances, the rumors we heard on Cybertruck did happen to turn out to be correct, like the audio system. So Cybertruck has a pretty banging audio system. It's a 15-speaker setup with dual subwoofers that should pack quite the punch. They had sort of a demo light show going on, a bunch of Cybertruck synchronized at Giga Texas. I'll see if I can find a clip and put it in here, but the audio they had sounded really, really good. And yeah, audio experience inside of Cybertruck is gonna be incredible. We've also got to talk about cameras with Cybertruck because this is where things get interesting. It does ship with side view mirrors, though Tesla is very clear that those can be removed if you don't want them and not too much of a hassle there to remove them. And also, of course, there are cameras all around the car for the use of the autopilot system, full self-driving, Sentry mode, dash cam, all that is great. But also something special here as well. There is in fact a front-facing front bumper camera on Cybertruck. It's real, it's operational, it works. You can see a little preview of it here. And like leak code suggests, there's also a washing mechanism and a button as well to trigger it that'll actually wash the front bumper camera for you to make sure its view is not obstructed. We're also learning some interesting stuff with the rear view camera and the rear view mirror. Now, it's unclear right now if Cybertruck is going to ship with a rear view mirror or not. All of the pre-production sort of prototypes I've seen in videos don't have it, but that is mainly because when Cybertruck's tonneau cover is closed, it's going to block the view of that window, which means a rear view mirror would basically be useless as it is. And that is why Tesla is moving to a new system based on video on the screen. So like you can have your little blind spot indicator video previews show up and you can move those around the display. Tesla's sort of doing the same with the rear view mirror as well. There's a video feed, a very rectangular video feed that you can move around the screen that's going to show you what the rear of the truck is going to look like. You've got a live video. It'll actually stay persistent on the screen if you want it to be there so you can sort of see what's going on. So no traditional rear view mirror here because for aerodynamic reasons, the tonneau cover is supposed to sort of remain closed while you're driving. So that's the solution there, is to do a video feed, but not in the traditional sense, which is very interesting. And speaking of things that can be easily removed, like those side mirrors, MKBHD also showed in his video that the aero covers on these Cybertruck wheels can easily be removed if you want to take them off, and if you prefer the look with them off, you can have them off or put them on back on if you want to at any time. That's sort of cool. One of the other big interesting features of Cybertruck is going to be the wheel. We've got the yoke in the Model S and Model X. We've got a regular round steering wheel in Model 3 and Model Y, but Cybertruck is different. It's a different beast entirely, and we've sort of got this interesting sort of circular square mashup here that is the wheel. And what's interesting about this is a couple of things. One, of course, is no stocks. Tesla is all in on the stockless future. There is no Tesla logo anywhere in the car, just Cybertruck branding with a Cybertruck silhouette here on the wheel. And also one of the big things here, a big upgrade, is that the buttons on the wheel are not touch sensitive, but they're physical clicky buttons. And one of the issues that many have right now with the newer Teslas is those touch sensitive buttons that do sort of fake, give you feedback like you're actually pressing a button, don't work all that well, and it's sort of hard to hit the sweet spot. With a physical button, it's going to be way easier to get that sweet spot because you can just sort of click in the button and know you've pressed it, and also be able to get it from more angles. So that'll be a big upgrade, and those physical buttons are here on the Cybertruck wheel, but of course, stocks, not here. What's also interesting is that with the stockless design, Tesla has to put the physical park, drive, neutral button somewhere in the vehicle. In Model S and Model X, they're sort of down below the wireless charger. In the new Model 3, I believe they're built into the rear view mirror, but those aren't in the same places or even exist in Cybertruck, so they're actually sort of up in the roof liner above. So you do have those sort of physical controls if you want to press the buttons. That's going to be way easier to do all that stuff on the touchscreen. I've also got two little hidden features here with the door that are worth noting. Is that one, the rear door for back passengers actually opens a full 90 degrees, which is pretty cool. And also the doors can be auto presenting. So when you walk up and you've got your Tesla phone key paired to your phone, they will sort of pop out and present themselves sort of like the Model X. Though unlike the Model X, these doors are not fully motorized. So Tesla said they will auto-present themselves, but you can't open or close them with the touchscreen. You've got to do it manually. And also, if you're wondering, there are no door handles here. You basically press this button in the pillar to open the door. That obviously comes because the design of the truck is so unique and different. And with that very unique and different design comes basically the unapologetic stainless steel. That's what you're going to get with this truck. You're either going to love it or hate it. But as some rumors suggested, yes, Tesla is now opening up their wrapping service beyond the Model 3 and Model Y. It now includes Cybertruck. And there are actually two color options you can get with Cybertruck, either a matte black option like the Cybertruck prototype we've seen driving around, and also a matte white option as well. This is colored PPF protective film, both going to be costing less than Model 3 or Model Y, but still not cheap at $6,500. Let me just keep rolling through features here. Next up, Cybertruck also has a custom driving style you can choose from, a couple different ones in the UI. The acceleration is going to range from chill to sport to beast mode. If you've got the beast mode version, basically the Plaid equivalent on Cybertruck. There are also a number of different modes for driving this thing that are going to vary whether you're on-road or off-road, including a special Baja mode reserved for some insane performance only if you're taking the Cybertruck off-road. We're also getting our first glimpse at what the Cybertruck is going to look like within the Tesla app, thanks to some leaked images and source code here. And like the UI in the car, it's going to have sort of its own custom look and cyber theming. Some leaked images show us this beautiful Cybertruck render at the top, all the normal controls you'd expect that we've got in other Teslas. We've got a new section here just for towing and hauling that should give you those controls right from the cyber-themed Tesla app. We're also learning that while Cybertruck does come standard with a powered tonneau cover right now, that the company could remove this later on if they wanted to sort of decrease the cost of this truck even more. Though we've heard from interviews, this tonneau cover is sort of important to sort of help with range and aerodynamics, so not sure if it's something they want to give up, but the idea is out there that if they wanted to sort of reduce costs, removing that, at least making it an option, would probably save you a few $1,000s off the price of this truck. The truck bed on Cybertruck is about 6 feet. We've got a sub trunk on the bottom here with some space underneath. And also the rear seats can be folded up if you wanted to have some additional storage space in the back. Now, during my time at the event, I snapped some photos of some special foundation branding on some Cybertrucks. Didn't know what this was, but we're now getting a bit more info and things are interesting with this. This seems to be for an unspecified number of first production models. So they've got the special foundation branding on there, some cool engravings that are allegedly on the inside and outside of these first production models. But then that's just sort of where it begins. Nick Cruz Patain, hopefully I'm making that name right. I'm sorry, Nick. Did some serious digging into Tesla website source code and shared his findings on X and found a bunch of cool, really awesome unreleased info, including that within the Foundation series, there's an even higher end, super high end trim called the Reentry series. And the code explains that the Reentry edition configurations are fully maxed out with every available option and accessory included. The estimated delivery date for this Reentry series is going to be in December of 2023. We're not exactly sure what that means, what it entails, how much it's going to cost, how much could every maxed out accessory on this truck be? Not sure, but allegedly there is going to be a super high-end model available for at least some buyers that will be taking delivery according to this alleged source code basically this month before the end of the year. And also similar to the special branding on Model S and Model X Plaid, the Cybertruck Beast Mode, the best edition you can get, also has its own special branding, so you can tell what configuration it is, with this special sort of beast graphic here on the bottom right of the tailgate at the rear of the truck. Speaking of the back of the truck, I mentioned power on the inside of the truck. There's also some cool power options on the back of the truck as well. The rumors were right here. We've got two 120-volt outlets in the bed of Cybertruck and also one 240-volt outlet as well, which means that yes, Cybertruck is capable of bilateral charging. So you could actually plug in your 240-volt sort of Tesla NEMA 1450 adapter, plug your Tesla into Cybertruck, and your Cybertruck can charge your Tesla. Yes, bidirectional charging is real, and Cybertruck can even power your house too if you've got the right inverter and accessories. Tesla, I think, is going to share some more info on this later, but charging other Teslas and other EVs and other accessories and even houses is an option with Cybertruck. Now, one of the other big parts of the Cybertruck launch was going to be all the accessory options that we could get. Obviously, the aftermarket model exists and it's doing very well for Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X, but Cybertruck is a different beast entirely, and it seems like Tesla has decided to go the route of making a ton of their own first-party accessories, and there are a whole lot of options you can get for Cybertruck made directly from Tesla themselves. They've got everything from this cool base camp tent attachment that you could use. It'll let you camp inside of your Cybertruck on top of the bed and have your additional storage down below. We've got everything from floor mats, glass sunshades, organizers, tailgate ramp, and yes, the very controversial range extender. Now, this seems to be a source of both good news and bad news in the community, and also a lot of confusion over the last 48 hours because no one exactly knows how this works. It seems like even the highest end long-range Tesla Cybertruck, basically the one with the biggest battery and most range, isn't going to touch 400 miles of range, though this range extender accessory could help that, basically allowing you to get more miles on your truck and bringing it to about 450-ish, 470 miles of range if you've got this range extender in the bed. Now, little is known on how this works besides this one photo Tesla has shared, and we also don't know how exactly it's going to work. We know it basically takes up a third of the truck bed space in the back, but we don't know if it's something that's hop swappable. Can you install it yourself? Can you take it out when you don't need it? Or is it one of those things that if you get it installed, it's sort of a permanent addition and you cannot remove it without the help of experts? As of right now, we really don't know, though again, more leak code does suggest that it's going to carry an estimated cost of $16,000, and at least according to this note on Tesla's website, it is going to require an install at your local Tesla service center. So it seems like Tesla's still ironing out the kinks on this. Obviously, things could change between now and when it's available, but again, according to this alleged leak code, it's going to be about $16,000 and is going to require a trip to the service center to get it installed. So now comes the $100,000 question, and that is, when can you actually order, configure, and take delivery of your Cybertruck? Is Tesla going to go by sort of the pre-order system, basically go in numerical order and go by those who configured first to those who configured last? Are they going to go based off of your location or proximity to Giga Texas? Are they going to prioritize those who order a beast mode Cybertruck before others? How is this going to work? And the answer right now, the shorter answer is, we really don't know. Now, the only official word on Tesla's website right now is that you'll be notified when it's your chance to configure and complete your Tesla order, but sort of seeing how Tesla did things in the past and some rumors and speculations floating around right now, here's what we think we know. It seems like Tesla is going to prioritize, obviously, their two higher-end trims first, the Beast Mode probably going first, and then the sort of dual motor or maybe tri-motor long-range equivalent second, sort of the second-tier Cybertruck, and then the all-wheel drive base $60,000 configuration that's going to be deprioritized until 2025, if it even makes it out of the factory at all, because Tesla has a checkered history of sometimes delivering their standard range offerings, sometimes they cancel it. So if you have an order for the base model, I'd be very wary on if you're ever going to see it. If you want a Cybertruck as soon as possible, you're going to have to fork up $100,000 and go with the beast mode, because that's probably what they're going to prioritize first. I should also mention that some more alleged leaked code suggests an interesting note on Tesla's website that in addition to the top-end re-entry Founder Series being delivered this month in 2023, there's also allegedly text that says deliveries will start in December 2023 for California and Texas, with others starting in 2024. So that's a very open-ended statement. We have no idea what configurations that means, no idea why California and not just Texas, why no other states. I don't know, just throwing out that is a suggestion, or at least some code being thrown around online right now, that is something that could be in the website, and some terminology and verbiage that could be going live. Now, personally, if I had to guess, I think that your proximity to Texas is going to be a big deal for the first couple of months of Cybertruck deliveries. We saw this before with the 4680 Model Y that they make at Giga Texas 2. The first people to get deliveries of those were those who lived in the vicinity of Austin, Texas. So wouldn't be surprised if Tesla goes sort of geolocation based for those first couple hundred or couple thousand deliveries. California, maybe because they've got the infrastructure in place with Fremont to do logistics and traveling, and not exactly sure what this means, but that's just sort of my best guess right now, paired with some alleged info that, again, has made its way online that could or could not turn out to be true. I should also mention that Tesla is notifying some customers right now that if you've got your Cybertruck sort of in queue, that if you did want to buy another Tesla sort of before the end of the year, you could save $1,000 off a lease or purchase of any other Tesla just by going through a special link emailed. So if you've got a Cybertruck on order, but you want another Tesla and you want to have it before the end of the year, you can get $1,000 off just by checking your email. So there you go. All right, everybody, I've been recording for about 45 minutes. I hope the video isn't nearly that long. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Cybertruck down below. And I also want to give a big thank you to all of you guys who watch my video. Not only do I appreciate all the comments and the support, you guys are just incredible. I always love the comments of people who are like, I made it to the end. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting and watching the channel. I appreciate it. And also I want to say thank you because the only reason I got to go to the Giga Texas sort of delivery event was because of you guys. For all of you who have bought Teslas with my referral code, you guys gave me the points to be able to redeem that reward, so thank you very much. And also just for all your support, all of the comments, all of the free appreciation. You don't have to buy anything, just your appreciation means a lot. Just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have this channel, for allowing me a really cool opportunity, and allowing me to talk until my voice gets hoarse about something I love so much and I'm so passionate about, and that is Tesla and all the amazing things they're doing. So thank you guys so much for your support. Just want to say I really appreciate it. If you made it through this far, through the end of the video, drop a Polygon or Cybertruck emoji, whatever that, I'll throw the emoji on screen. Drop that emoji down below if you made it to the very end of the video. I'll do an Amazon gift card giveaway as a thank you to those of you who stayed to the end. And also let me know your Cybertruck thoughts down below. Are you ordering? Are you not? Which model are you going to get? Let me know down below. As always, thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld. I'm going to take a drink of water now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.